Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into two really powerful and honestly, kind of counterintuitive ideas for building success that actually lasts. We're going to get way beyond this myth of the overnight win and look at a framework for creating something truly meaningful, something for the long haul.
So let's just start with a quick question to get us thinking. The effort you put in every single day, is it all about getting a short-term reward, or is it one single, deliberate brick in the foundation of some huge, long-term legacy? As you're about to see, the answer to that question really changes everything.
All right, so here's the game plan. We'll kick things off by busting the myth of chasing quick wins. Then, we'll build up the two big pillars for sustainable growth, look at how they actually work, and then wrap it all up with how you can start building your own legacy, literally starting today.
You've probably heard this before, right? Chase the quick wins, make some fast money, and then you can use that to fund your real passion, your long-term goals. But our source material makes a pretty bold claim here. It says that this exact mindset is one of the easiest ways to fail. So why doesn't it work? Well, the core problem is that a short-term focus is like a psychological trap. You get hooked on needing immediate results, that instant feedback, that quick win. And what that does is it just destroys the patience and the perspective you absolutely need to build something great. You end up stuck on this hamster wheel, and that big, incredible long-term vision, it never even gets a chance. So if chasing short-term wins is basically a dead end, what's the alternative? Well, let's get into our first pillar, which is a complete 180-degree flip of that whole approach. It's a powerful idea our source calls taking the long to nurture the short. This principle completely reframes where your motivation comes from. It says your daily drive shouldn't come from hoping for some immediate reward. No, instead it should be fueled by this deep, powerful conviction that every small, seemingly insignificant thing you do today is a critical building block for a distant, monumental goal that means the world to you.
And this chart just lays out the difference perfectly. On one side, you've got short-term thinking. It's all about extraction. It asks, what can I get out of this right now? It's fragile. It leads straight to burnout. But the long-term vision, that's about investment. It asks, what am I building with this moment? It's purposeful. It makes you resilient, and it's how you build a real legacy.
Okay, so a 50-year time horizon sounds great, but maybe a little abstract, right? So let's look at how this vision actually creates a powerful mental model you can use. How does thinking 30, 40, or even 50 years out fundamentally change what you decide to do tomorrow morning? Our source presents this really fascinating hierarchy. It basically says your identity is defined by how long you're willing to wait for a return on your effort. A daily worker needs that reward by the end of the day. An investor thinks in 3 to 5 year cycles. But the ultimate goal, the top of the pyramid, is to adopt the educator mindset, which operates on a 30 to 50-year timeline. And the key here is, this has nothing to do with your job title. It's about the time frame you use to measure your life's work. And this quote just nails it. When you really truly anchor yourself to a 50-year vision, that desperate need for daily validation, for likes, for praise, for that immediate pat on the back, it just evaporates. It's replaced by this quiet, consistent, internal dedication to the craft itself. The work you do today isn't about getting something back today. It's about diligently laying one more perfect brick. All right, now for pillar number 2. So if that 50-year vision is the destination on your map, your North Star, then this is the vehicle that's actually going to get you there. It's a famous Japanese philosophy, and it's all about how you make real, tangible progress on that incredibly long journey, one single day at a time. You may have heard of Kaizen. The concept is so simple, but it is so incredibly powerful. The idea is, don't try to make these massive, heroic leaps forward. Forget about some quantum jump in progress. The entire philosophy is built on one core idea. Just focus on getting a tiny, almost unnoticeable bit better than you were yesterday. That's it. And this is the target, just 1%. It seems insignificant, right? Almost laughably small. It's so small that it's hard to fail at. But its real power isn't in its size. It's in its relentless, day-in, day-out consistency. And here is where it gets absolutely mind-blowing. This is the magic of compounding. That tiny 1% daily improvement doesn't just add up, it compounds, it multiplies. If you get just 1% better every day, at the end of a single year, you're not 365% better. You are nearly 38 times better than when you started. That's the unbelievable power hiding in small, consistent effort.
Okay, fine. But how do you know if you're actually improving by that 1%? How do you get the feedback you need to grow without completely killing your motivation?
Well, the source offers a pretty unique and frankly a radical strategy for this that protects your long-term willpower.
Now, this is a challenging idea because it goes against almost everything we're taught about constructive criticism. The source actually advises against asking people, hey, what did I do wrong, or how could this be better? The reason is, even well-intentioned negative feedback over a 50-year journey can act like a slow poison. It just drains your energy, it creates doubt, and it slowly tarnishes your will to keep going.
So instead of a feedback loop that's all about finding flaws, you create what's called a constructive insight loop. You stop asking what was wrong. Instead, you ask people, what was your key takeaway? Or what was the one part that really stuck with you? And then you take that positive insight, the thing that's already working, and you use that as the foundation to build on. You double down on your strengths instead of just obsessing over your weaknesses.
So, let's bring this all home. How do these two pillars, that huge long-term vision and the tiny daily 1% improvement, how do they combine with this unique way of getting feedback to create a complete system for building a meaningful legacy?
See, this is where it all clicks together. Your 50-year vision provides the unwavering why. That's the purpose that gets you out of bed. The Kaizen philosophy of a 1% improvement gives you the practical how, the simple, achievable thing you do every day. And that unique feedback method, that's the sustainable fuel for the engine. It protects your energy so you can keep going, not for a year, but for decades.
And so we'll end on this thought. A grand 50-year cathedral isn't built in a day. It's built with thousands of small, perfectly placed bricks, laid one by one, day after day. That journey starts with just a single step. So looking at your life, your work, right now, what is your 1% improvement for today?